G'day, and welcome to episode 33 of Two Left Thumbs, a console gaming podcast where I stutter my words. I've started already, dudes. This is going to be fun. It begins. A couple of things before we start off the podcast. For those tuning in to the audio podcast as usual, we are now recording our episodes live on Twitch and Mixer. So feel free to join us and be part of the conversation on Twitch at twitch.tv/StaticAus or on Mixer at mixer.com/deft_puppies. On Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Australian Eastern ish, 9 p.m. ish Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. You'll also find the recording uploaded to our YouTube channel, which you will find in the show notes because it's a giant link, and well, I'm not going to read that out. It takes forever. Also, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, all that sort of bullshit on all those platforms. Leave us some feedback if you have any. Sacrifice your firstborn, pray to the old and new gods, and give us a rating on your podcasting platform of choice, because not only does it help us get more thumbs in more ears, but also helps us improve the quality of the podcast and gain favour with our Lord and Saviour, the Almighty Cthulhu. Jesus Christ, that was a mouthful. So,
oh yes,
I am StaticAus. I only tripped up at the very, very start there, so I think I did well. Little pat on the back for myself.
The usual bit.
Yeah. And joined as usual today, whenever the hell you're listening to it, is DawnoftheDan and Deaf Puppies. How are we, dudes?
Hi.
That's
It's good. It's good to be live.
It is good to be live.
It's weird.
It puts on a whole different sort of pressure.
I know.
It does. It really does.
I'm sweating.
Your screw-ups are now permanent.
That's right. That's right.
No.
Alrighty.
Not on video. It's captured forever.
That's right.
So, how has everyone's week been?
I thought I just asked you that.
Did you?
My week's good.
Mine's been okay.
I
Yes.
just got excited because you used Cthulhu.
It's all yeah. Fair call. Fair call. No, I've been good. I've just been doing the work thing as usual. Jumped into some more league racing. Lost. Hard. Standard stuff, really. What about yourself? Types in silent.
Types in silent, obviously. Not a lot. So I picked up a few games this week. I picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I got The Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition, which comes with all the DLC, and Batman. Wait, what was it called?
One of them Batmans.
One of the Batman's ones. Arkham Knight. That's it. So it's a newer one.
With Arkham in the title.
Yeah, it's the one with Arkham in the title. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I'm very, very proud of you. You got Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Just get a better ending than me in the game, and you'll be fine.
I'll try, but it's probably going to end incredibly violently.
No, because without spoilering, there's love thingies in the story. And
yeah.
I like kind of ignore all that shit. It's like, I'm not here to love people. I'm here to chop people up. So,
Dan doesn't do feelings, guys.
Yeah, so
Dan is a robot.
I finished the game sitting in a tent crying, all alone. Everyone had fucked off, left me alone. It's like the worst ending ever. He played his game for months on end, and it's like, that's okay. I saved the joint and all that, but no one loves me. Everybody just sorted off with their new boyfriends and shit, and I'm sitting in a tent crying by myself. It was wonderful. So yeah, don't get that ending. Try and get a different one so we can talk about it.
I will. I'll try my best. But I started with Odyssey, so
Yep.
that's the whole thing.
Enjoy.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. I'm probably only about 6-8 hours in so far. The first tutorial mission took me 3 hours. Not because it's hard, but it went for 3 hours. It was long.
Yes.
So if that's any indication of the game I have ahead of me, I'm going to be playing this one for quite a few weeks. So I'll probably try and break it up a little bit. Did I do anything else interesting this week? I did a cooking stream this morning. That was fun.
What'd you cook?
We did a rye, sourdough, and blackberry bread and butter pudding.
Nice.
And we made chocolate lemon tarts. And I made some shepherd's pie because I needed to make dinner for tonight. So I was like, well,
Winning.
Over here. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please
exactly.
the masses and feed the masses.
Exactly.
All the winning.
All
Nice.
wins.
Myself, I've been playing a shit ton of Path of Exile still. I pretty much haven't played anything else except for last night, where I jumped into one of the freebies, Conan Exiles. And so, any of you guys played this game?
I got as far as the menu screen.
All right.
You
so,
still haven't got past the menu screen?
Nah.
It's pretty OP, I've
No.
heard.
No.
yeah. So I went through the whole character creation thing last night. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to jump in. Got to talk about something about this game. I just can't keep ignoring it for 5 weeks. So I jumped in and it's like, okay, what do you want to be? I'm going to be a dude. I don't play females in games unless that's the only choice. And then it's like, well, I'm going to be a Sumerian because I'm playing a Conan game. And you pick your god. Well, I'm going to follow Kron because I'm a Sumerian. And then we got to the changing the body bits around, so you could standard like character creation, change facial structure, hair color, style, blah blah blah. And we get to the last page, and you have a choice on your server where you got 3 settings: no nudity, partial nudity, and full nudity. And I'm going through and saying, huh? And you look down and there's a slider on the screen called endowment. Or endowment. Sorry. And I'm there.
Please tell me you went with super tiny.
And so on the fully clothed one, well, no nudity, it's grayed out. So go to the partial, it's still grayed out. And say, okay, you're gonna make me go. So you go to full nudity, and old mate's hanging on the cross, schlong out, and it's the schlong slider. You go up and down and more, and it's like, does this really need to be a thing in a video game?
It kind of absolutely does.
It does. It totally does. It's realistic. Okay, realism. We need that in our games. We need dong sliders. It's okay.
Dong sliders.
It's 2019. We need dong sliders.
Can you not look directly into the camera when you say that?
And lick your lips.
Oh, yuck.
No. I scaled it back. I'm going, I don't need to go there. I don't need to run around in a fully nude server. It's not my thing. I'm there to kill things and die myself. So, yeah, put the dong slider to bed. But I'm like, like honestly. So the game itself, it's not a badly built survival game. Run around, it's brutal. The fact you die a lot. When you die, you lose all your shit. You got to go back to where you died to pick all your gear back up. I only played one game mode of the PvE stuff. I didn't go into a PvP server. I was struggling enough in the PvE world because literally with no weapons, everything just kills you. A lot of picking stuff up, a lot of crafting, etc., and next to no tutorials. So I could see you dump a lot of time in the game just to find out about everything. And then you can start building things. Eventually you can build your own houses and weapons and other things. So yeah. But yeah, as I said, the dong slider did my head in though.
Oh, dong slider. Yeah, I don't know how serious you can take a game after a dong slider.
Yeah, so I'm not sure with the female character where you get the same option, but it's like Dead or Alive 3, where you got the choice.
Yeah, I think you get to pump out the old breasticles.
Yeah, so I wasn't really going to go back and say, is this like Dead or Alive, where we start off with the itty bitty committee and work ourselves up to Lara Stomp Battle, or what? I think.
The pointy triangle ones.
You're supposed to research all aspects of the game.
Yeah,
so I expect a report back next week, just for laughs.
Yeah, we can. Yes, Black Rape says yes. Probably on everything. All right, so you've got a little thingy to say.
We have pulled a slight. That might be an understatement. We've pulled a slight prank on our community.
You may
if
not
you
know
guys. You guys don't know yet. You may not know yet. If you do, DM us on Twitter straight away at @left_pod. If you haven't, go looking.
Make them email
or email us at leftthumbspod@gmail.com. Let us know if you find it. Go investigating, guys. Go see if you can find what the hell we've just done.
We'll give you a larger hint at the end of the episode. So if you're still around, we'll give you a hint at the end, and you can tell us afterwards. But for those who are going to look for it now while we're live, let us know.
And
go look.
For the first
your
person
podcasting platform.
to DM us on Twitter or send us an email at twoleftthumbspot@gmail.com, you might find yourself with a $20 gift card for the console of your choice.
That's Australian dollars.
That's $20 gift card.
All right. No worries.
So you get out there, get hunting. We're here
In
for
whatever
like,
dollars you may need.
like an hour-ish, hour and a half. So clock's ticking. Get to it.
Get to work.
Go hunting, nerds.
All right,
Hunting plan.
Dan.
Right,
Freebies.
so
What do we
this
got, mate?
Freebies. We're still in the world of Conan Exiles and the Surge. I just spoke about Conan Exiles. If you've really been looking forward to having a dong slider in your game, that's the game for you.
That is the excitement for the dong slider.
Yeah, that's a plus one.
+1 dong slider.
If you enjoy a survival game, go for it. If you enjoy running around maps, collecting lots of shit, killing things, building things, I think you'll enjoy the game a lot. It's pretty well made. Combat isn't buttery smooth, but it's not horrible. So yeah, as I said, give it a go. Give it a go. And the Surge I've spoken about previously.
Yep.
So if it feels like we've been talking about this a bit longer than normal, these games, it has been. This has been a 5-week cycle for these games.
It's felt like it's been a long time.
Week, or,
Yes or no? So
we've got the ones for Xbox for next month. I thought it starts in the next few days, I think.
So
probably by the time people are listening to this in the audio version or on YouTube, you can. It would have changed by then, I'd say.
yes, so they're being announced about 4:30 p.m. British time. They usually get announced at 1 p.m., which is approximately about an hour away from where we are now.
Yep.
At the time of recording. So normally by the end of the podcasts, we kind of know what's coming next month. But for some reason, it's been pushed back for 4 hours. But the rumor mills are running strong. So on the Japanese PS Plus this month, we have Metal Gear Survive and Darksiders Warmastered Edition. So they've been running a theme where we've had multiplayer sort of open world games and a sort of a more single player thing. So that kind of fits the theme that we've been chugging through for the last few months. And though a Russian PlayStationer posted a screenshot today of a game called Overcooked and What Remains of Edith Finch. So
What Remains of Edith Finch is
yes,
a really
probably
good game. Very short, but very good.
Probably one
And
of the better narrative.
I've heard good things about Overcooked as well. It's good to play with friends, that one.
Yeah, so those two games sort of fall into that theme as well. We got a multiplayer and a single player. So
These have both previously been freebies on the Xbox as well.
Overcooked,
I believe
I don't think has.
Overcooked absolutely has.
Oh, has it? I missed it.
Yep, we've covered that.
And I know you spoke about Edith Finch.
Yep.
Post.
I think that might. Is that a Game Pass or?
That was a Game Pass one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still
gotcha.
there.
Yeah.
I don't think I think it's only gonna be there for another month or so before it gets rotated out. But it's there, so if you want to go play it, well worth.
Yeah. So the actual announcement will be made in about 4 hours from recording, but the games won't change over until May 7th. So that's the following Wednesday, a week today. All right. So Conan Exiles and the Surge are still available for the next 5 or 6 days. Chuck them in your library, give them a go. Same as the PSN store. The store refreshes 3rd of May, which for us is going to be about 48 hours away. So it's all the games that we talked about the last few weeks, a lot of big AAA titles, everything pretty well discounted, pretty good sale. So a bit of cash, go in there and go shopping. And that's about that.
Nice.
Over to Xbox.
Right, over on Xbox Gold we have Outcast Second Contact. That seems like that's been there for months. The Marooners, which is like a little cartoony type pirate type thing. I didn't really look into it at all, but kind of reminded me of Jake. Kind of reminded me.
State of Origin team.
Might be. Kind of reminded me of Jake and the Neverland Pirates, to be honest. We have Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. It's an Xbox 360 title.
Okay, so one of the older ones.
Yeah,
Oh, is there only 3 this week?
only 3.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Ripped off. Need to get on Reddit, guys.
Yeah. I'm just going to take to Twitter right now, write a really angry post. It's like a whole chain. It takes
Write an angry letter. Alright, so on Deals with Gold, we have Near Automata, or Automata, however the hell you say it. Okay, so Near Automata for $42. We have Hitman 2 for $50. We have the Forza Horizon 4 expansion bundle. So that's just all the expansions for the base game, which is $29.
Which you can find on Game Pass. It's there. Forza still.
It's still there. Actually, that's a yeah. I'm pretty sure that one's a forever title.
Yeah, it's because it's first party.
Yep. We have The Crew 2 for $30. Naruto and Boruto Shinobi Striker. I have no idea what that is. $25.
They sound like dumplings.
sounds tasty.
Yeah.
Payday 2 for $16. Borderlands Game of the Year edition, $31. So that's the original remastered. $31. And
good price for that.
That's a great price. I'll be getting that myself. Borderlands Handsome Collection is $25. So also great prices. So what's that? $56. You got yourself
$56.
3 pretty solid
The whole
games.
series. For the whole collection. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Black.
Even if it's Borderlands.
Yeah. Black Mirror is $8. I'm unsure exactly what that is.
Is that based around the Netflix show?
I don't know if it's either or. Is it or is the Netflix show based around that? I have no idea. No idea. I haven't really had a chance to get to look into these. The list this week is ridiculous. There's so much on there. I couldn't cover it all. There's a lot of expansion and like DLC bundles to pick up. But the next 3 we have, they're all the same game, but they're the Forza Motorsport 7. The standard edition is $42. Deluxe edition is $55, and the Ultimate edition, which is pretty much everything. It is absolutely the everything edition for $65. So they're all really good prices as well. It's a pretty solid game, and probably I would call it a gateway simulator. Gateway to sim racing. So it's pretty solid prices, and there's much more in there. Go and have a look, guys. It's pretty busy this week. So
nice.
We were pleasantly surprised.
Yes. So on Nier Automata, I did a podcast on
Automata,
yeah. And I'll run through that more detail on that game. It's a really good, kooky RPG kind of game. So go back through our back catalogue and have a listen and see if the game's for you. I liked it. I like the RPGs a little bit weird.
Yeah.
It's a goodie.
Wasn't that titled like the best game you'll never play or something like that?
Yes.
It was, yeah.
Pretty much what I call it, because it is absolutely an amazing game. And most people will probably just move past it going, it's weird inside it. So, alright, too easy. So, up to news and updates. So this one's not gaming related, but throughout the week I discovered, the internet's discovered, that Game of Thrones is a real life Shrek ripoff. So if you've seen on Twitter and Facebook, there's a whole heap of posts coming through, and they've just got different scenes out of the show and comparing to scenes from Shrek, and it's so uncanny. Jamie Lannister as Prince Charming. Yes, it was uncanny. What was it?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. We had a bit of a meme post with those in our chat earlier. It was good.
What was that? Fucking Lord Farquhar and was Tyrion getting married to Fiona, and that was Sansa Stark. Even that red hair. So it was a good match up there. So back into the world of gaming. It appears Respawn's current Titanfall project and plans on all 4 future Titanfall games have been delayed. So if we remember earlier on in the year, they said when they dropped Apex Legends, they were still working on Titanfall material.
Yeah.
So they've canned all that shit and said, well, basically they're concentrating their efforts on Apex Legends. I know that they've copped a bit of flack about they not being able to move quick enough.
They absolutely have to.
Yeah, I mean, because the game viewership and player base dropped fairly quickly after our kind of initial first month. So they're trying to kind of get that back off the ground because it hasn't had as many updates as what Fortnite did when it was the same age, and everyone's making the comparison. So like, well, we better get it for us. But that's, I mean, can we just Titanfall, please?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've got another game in the works as well, but that's a separate part of the studio working on that with that Jedi Fallen Order game.
Jedi Fallen Order isn't at risk. It's a separate part. So. Yeah, so they're not like robbing people from Fallen Order to go support Apex. Fallen Order's fully supported and dealt with, but yeah, they've canned their future Titanfall titles, which I'm kind of yeeky about because everybody kind of knows where I sit with Battle Royales, and I'd rather have a single player or multiplayer experience rather than a Battle Royale kind of experience.
As much as I enjoy...
Battle Royale can be a single player multiplayer experience.
No, I just don't like the fucking Battle Royale shit. It just same shit.
As much as I enjoy Apex Legends, I enjoy Titanfall so much better.
More,
I would rather have a game from them rather than a mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. So,
but in saying that,
Titanfall 3 as well.
In saying that, they absolutely have to keep moving on Apex Legends because at the moment it's kind of at a stalemate, and they've not touched it. They've not outbalanced anything. They've not updated. They really need to. I think the last thing they really did was added the Havoc rifle from memory. And that was a fair while ago now.
It was the season pass basically.
And then there was that.
A few updates.
And then there was that.
And
so
that's all we've got so far. So
they really need to at least, I would say before the next season, they really need to push and add something to the game.
And like they copped flack even with their seasons. We go back a few months. They were kind of empty of content.
It's very, very empty. Very, very empty.
The way it was laid out was weird.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, it's very hard to follow, and it's very slow going as well.
Yeah.
But those first, I think granted I haven't played it a great deal on PlayStation, but I think I'm still around level 33 when I had the first 25 levels sorted.
I still haven't finished the training.
So moved up about 10ish level, less than 10 levels.
Less than 10 levels, and I have put some time and a few wins into it as well. You know what I mean? So, in saying that, there's nothing really to strive for within that battle pass. So,
well, most of it's like this is for this character.
Yeah.
Instead of just this is for this character of your choice, or you get to choose your main.
Yeah, but Overwatch works in the same manner.
It's things you look forward to getting, but it could be for a character you don't even play or like. So.
And that's what I hate about Overwatch. You'd get your loot, you get your loot boxes every time you level up, and it'd be for every other character I play except the handful that I did play. So it's like when there's no meaningful progression inside the game and it's all cosmetic and you can't even get the cosmetics for the things that you're using, it kind of gets you're like, it's just shit. So they haven't canned the game's development at all. They've just pretty much put on pause and taken resources over to support Apex. So we'll be waiting a bit longer for our Titanfall fix.
Yeah.
All right. So Anthem developer BioWare has announced some changes to the game's extra content release schedule. So we had, before release, we had the roadmap of when everything was going to drop.
Is this the struggling games edition? Is this what we're doing here?
Every game's on the strongest streak this week. It's all bad news from here, guys. All bad news.
Yeah, there's no good news this week. It's just like shit. So writing on Reddit, the developer announced that there were 7 planned releases have been delayed, including the major Cataclysm event, which I know that probably the remaining half a dozen people playing the game have kind of been really looking forward to.
Really waiting on that, yeah.
Yes. I haven't traded the game in because I want to see what this thing is before I trade it in. That's been pushed out, and they really haven't defined a window where it's going to land. So the company has supported Anthem with bug fixes and additional changes. there's patch 1.1.0 out now, and they're steering the game in the right direction, but it's still a long way to go before Anthem becomes the game that they want it to be. So, yeah, and as I said, it's been in a definite window. They haven't not said, they haven't said, okay, this has been pushed back to June or July. It's indefinite. So, yeah, they're still struggling over there, and it's a shame. A lot of people are looking forward to that game. Some good news: Nintendo Switch has outsold the total units of the Nintendo 64. So, Switch in what, 18 months, 2 years?
Hey, success story.
Yeah, I slipped
Stop it! Stop it!
No happiness.
Yeah. Oh, if you're a fan of the
funny,
N64,
though, people are still kind of like the executives are still kind of disappointed that it missed its targets that they set.
yeah,
Like the analysts are like, oh, it should reach. It was like, there's like 1 million over what they got to. But they had nothing to do with the development. They had nothing to do with the company. That was just what they predicted. And because Nintendo didn't reach what they predicted, like, nah, it's not good enough, mate. Do it again.
So probably for them, outside of the Wii, it's been one of them more positive success stories in recent years. The Wii U was a piece of trash. And then since the Super Nintendo, none of the consoles were that fantastic.
I don't know, man. 64 was pretty fucking great.
Meh, didn't grab me.
Don't meh me. That's what I started on, man.
Yeah.
That's what I started on.
So as I said, it's good to see, and their new budget model hits the shelves in June. So interesting to see what that is and how much it is. So I have been kind of hankering quantities, but I don't want full price, and I don't need the full shebang.
What is full price? This is how much I know about
bucks, about $400 now, I think, for the standalone unit in Australia.
For the Switch, it's about right.
$400 for something that size.
Yep, roughly.
Yeah, okay.
With 2 slide-off controls.
It's thicker, technically.
Yeah.
I mean...
And the other thing is that it actually outsold or exceeded sales of the PS4 and Xbox in March, so it's still selling rather strong as well. So while PS4, the Sony Microsoft console sales are probably dropping off, they're still climbing or remaining steady. So yeah, as I said, can't wait to see what this budget model they're bringing out, what it is, and where they're going to land it as far as price point goes. Okay, so Days Gone, we spoke about it last week, and it got hit with a lot of mixed reviews, I would say. The game itself, what I've seen of it, it doesn't stink. It's a pretty well-made, open-world, survival kind of game. But
yeah, it's been very much a kind of. It's a good. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just kind of comparing it to like the newer. From what I've seen from most of the reviews, comparing it to like the newer PlayStation exclusives, it's pretty far away from those. But it's still
when it was held up against them, that's what a lot of the bad. I've seen scores of 1 out of 10 for the game.
Oh really? Wow, that's.
And you're like, and it's like, even Anthem was landing 6s.
It's not God of War.
Yeah, so as I said, it's like, it's not a 10 out of 10 game, but it's a solid open world zombie survival game. So I might pick it up in a few months.
Comparisons between that and what's the other zombie game that's out?
I'd have to
World War Z.
World War Z, isn't it? Yeah.
I'd have to question a reviewer's credibility if it's scoring a 1, right, when Anthem scored a 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of saying. It's like,
you know what I mean? Like,
that's a bit dicey.
And when you see that amount of swing between your reviewers, you're like, well, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
What I've seen of it, what I've read about it and everything else like that, I think what most people are upset about is that the story never quite got to the heights that everybody was kind of probably hoping for. They were sort of expecting, say, a Last of Us experience or something like that, and it never quite got there. It was and so, well, it doesn't mean the game's a 1 out of 10, idiot. It makes it a 7
It is in my
or an 8.
mind, and I'm the reviewer, and I know it's best. So it's a 1 out of 10.
As I said, for me, I reckon you have a look, play it yourself and make up your own mind.
Straight after the podcast, Puppies is going to YouTube for his reviews.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing
Starting a new review channel.
Naughty.
Yeah.
Game has game mechanics, 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's the review score I'm going for.
Okay. Yes. All right. So over in Destiny news, we have the last probably month. We've had 4 of their probably lead devs and everything jump ship. We've had Nusk and Josh Hamrick, which were the sandbox and PvP kind of guys. There was one of the raid lead, the raid lead for Leviathan, and the author or the writer for Forsaken story arc. All kind of jump ship. Obviously, when Hamrick and Nusk left, there was no PvP in Destiny 3. It was a PvE only game.
I remember that.
And now that we've lost the raid guy and the story person, we've only got strikes. Strikes and patrols, we're screwed.
We actually had the story person lead. One
I
of the
mean,
story
look,
people lead anyway.
That's all we need anyway, because that's how you lift your power level. So I mean, the game doesn't change without these people. You know what I mean?
Yes, I mean, they've worked it out. That's all people play is strikes and patrols. So we don't need all these other guys.
There's a few running theories on why this is happening. I mean, I know some of the guys have got job opportunities they didn't want to turn down. They said they were too good to be true, kind of job opportunities. Another thing I read also is it's bonus season as well, so people will be kind of collecting their checks and GTFOing. And a few of these guys have been there for a while. They might want to try something different. It could be Bungie cleaning house because they're changing the direction they want to go with D3. Because that's inevitably happening at some point. Yeah. Or there's just been a general disagreement between, like, not like a harsh one, just like, all right, this isn't what we envisioned for the game anymore, so we're going to go do something else kind of vibe.
Yeah, Luke Smith has come out and he sort of said that Destiny 3 is going to be a more hardcore RPG or hardcore experience RPG kind of experience. So you've got all these designers. If they don't see, like you said, they don't want to see the game go in that direction. They don't agree with that. Well, they'll hang around to April, pick up their bonus, and go make new games. So, as I said, it is a whole bunch of stuff in there. Don't worry, there will be raids because the guy that was the lead raid designer for this, the Scourge one, out of the last one, he's still there, and there's still story writers there as well. I don't think it's a it's not going to be
a total disaster. I think maybe some new blood might shake things up a bit and make it fresher and possibly better.
I know
because the last few DLC batch hasn't been like fantastic.
No,
it's been there, but it hasn't been. It's only been like mildly, like lukewarmly received at best. At best, like the people are like, yeah, it's there. That's cool. Now what? And
everybody loved the sandboxing, the vanilla Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, I mean, the game started off on a shaky base.
I think I'm the only person that actually did. Hey.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the 2 primary meta. Having said that, I also enjoy being able to equip a sniper rifle in my primary slot as well. So where they've gone now, it gives me a little bit more flexibility in my loadout, everything else like that. But yeah, as I said, I didn't have an issue with the initial. There's still some
balances that need to be done there that aren't quite right at all.
The game, the sandbox has never been balanced. Sort of you saw last week the post about the nerfs to the 2 pinnacle PvP weapons.
Oh man, that upset some people real bad. The day that happened, I just watched my YouTube feed just go rage.
There's literally just people going off their heads, and it's like, well, you haven't even seen what the nerf means. Let the guys, the Crucible, what do they call them, Crucible handbook guys, where they go in and they then theory craft what the changes mean, and they come out with some stats and everything else like that. So I think the gun's TTK drops from like 0.67 to 0.8 something. Comparable to Last Word sort of TTKs.
I get them wanting to balance it, but it's a pinnacle weapon. It should be like, and it's not an easy one to get.
Yeah.
So it should be a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not saying the gun. Yeah, the gun doesn't have nerfed like X-Myth or Sorcery auto rifles were back in Destiny 1. But there has to be. You've got to have variety in the meta.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how your teams just turn up pulp stomping on with Dust Rocks, Lunas, and whatchamacallit, Wardcliffs. They're not fun to play against. They're strong teams. They'd be strong teams if they were carrying bloody peg guns. And they don't need those, that sort of stuff. So to bring it back comparable to some of the better weapons inside the game, it's good. It's still a competitive gun, but it's not the only choice. It's up there with SMG TDKs. So at those kind of at the ranges it can reach, and that's the other one. The other issue is the ranges the gun can reach. So from a fairly decent range, you struggle to take it to compete with a pulse rifle. When that perks up, you get 2 tapped by a hand cannon at range. It's like, wow.
Oh, like the old days. When you could 2 tap everybody, it was great.
No, you got to go back even further to the 1-tap Hawk mode.
Yeah, go around tapping on the Hawk mode, yelling "Power Fantasy!"
Yeah, if you run in and you'd empty you just get it out so you could stack your luck in the chamber perks onto 1 bullet, and you just pray that it happened.
Yeah,
it goes 1 shot.
When it did though, oh my god, it's disgusting.
Yeah. No, so as I said, there's been a lot of balance. There's balance. Always going to be balance issues, I believe, in a game like this because there's just so much kind of in it. But yeah, as I said, I believe Destiny 3 is still going to be in a good direction, still in good hands. Luke Smith himself has delivered some pretty decent content over time. He was responsible for Vault of Glass and King's Fall raids, and then before they moved him up to be sort of head honcho. So like everything, there's been a couple of missteps, but yeah. On that, they spoke about they are going to make this game a different experience to what we've had. So Destiny 2 was very much canned for being casualized to the point that it sucked the fun out of the game. You guys have probably pretty much both put it aside for a while.
It's actually
a long while, yeah.
Yeah, I uninstalled it last month. It's official.
I haven't gone that far. But
no. So, what changes to the game need to occur to bring you back, or what could they add to the game or take out of the game to make you guys come back and go, okay, I'm enjoying this experience again?
That's a really tough question because
it is, yeah. But for me, fuck random rolls off. I'm done with random rolls. I would like to see mod slots count for something.
Yeah.
Because that's where they lose a lot of or that's where they gain a lot of their balancing issues is with those random rolls.
Yeah.
For me, I absolutely love. You look at games like not going to fanboy out, but you look at games like Titanfall 2, Call of Duty, those kind of games with their static weapon rolls, but then their mod slots that actually make the gun play the way you want it to play. Yeah, I feel that has always been a better way to go about it.
Realistically, aren't mod slots just random roll perks though? I mean, there's said it like
because everybody has access to them.
Well, so
everybody has access to the same perks. They just put on whatever perks they like.
So yeah,
it works similar to the way the old class systems used to work in D1, where you had a block of perks and bonuses and stuff you could use, and you had one for each row basically.
Yeah.
If you remember the old system, you had 15, 20 perks there.
Yeah.
And then you could just go, alright, we're going to do weapons of light with bubbles, and you do weapons of light with this perk, and kind of mix and match different ways to get varying builds, but everyone kind of had access to it. So it could work on like a small scale. Yeah. I could see it happening. But I think that was brought up at the summit where they just said, we'll just give you one random roll on one randomly rolled perk, and everyone's like, no, we just want random rolls. This is the first community summit they did.
Yeah.
so they were upset about that, so they ditched it and gave us fully random rolls. So
see, for me, random rolls have always been garbage.
yeah,
especially when you've got whatever week it was came around where everyone was, let's use Grasp of Malik for the just for argument's sake.
Yeah, the 2 blues. Yeah.
You had people grinding for a week solid and they're putting in like a ridiculous amount of hours, an unhealthy amount of hours, cheesing the shit out of this strike. Who still end up with shit rolls, like 100 of the same weapon, shit rolls, not one usable weapon. That's garbage.
Yeah.
That's absolute garbage to me.
Yeah, spoke about this really early in the Destiny 2 days, like where they were going to take mods in general for armor and weapons, and at the time it was like, well, I was praying for a RPG approach to it, where you do exactly what you've just been talking about, is
exactly
craft.
Exactly.
So it's okay. There's 4 different scopes available for this gun.
You put X amount of hours in, you can unlock all those scopes and pick whichever one you want.
Of just
even like it was like one of the Call of Duties, I'm pretty sure, or they still do it, where it's so many headshots for this perk, and so you have like a workable, like, alright, so I have to go do similar to the way the Legend of Acreus worked. Was it Battlefield?
kind of your weapons level up.
Yeah. So you do certain things to get to access certain perks.
Yeah, that's the old Destiny 1, original OG Destiny 1 weapons were like that. You had to use the weapon to level it up and unlock perk trees.
Yeah, see, I liked that. I thought that was cool because you put time into the weapon. You learnt it as a basic frame, and then as you unlock the perks, you learnt to use each perk, and it all kind of helped you learn the weapon and made it feel like it was yours.
Yeah, the Stormy's got a point there in the mixer chat. They need to give us a full game, not a skeleton waiting for DLC. I agree 100%. They've done it twice now. They keep falling for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and both times they've told us they're learning lessons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't think it's possible. Random rolls is one of the things that I have an issue with. The power level grind is another, like, to do the same shit over and over.
Well, I feel
you should be able to level your power up or your light, whatever the hell you want to call it, the way you want to, not
by playing the game.
Just get rid of that entirely.
Yep.
Because I mean, honestly,
it doesn't even mean anything.
Because I went back in, I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna try out these new quests, do all these new quest lines, check out the new exotic quests. It's like, oh wait, no, first you're gonna do 3 weeks of grinding before you can actually get to that point.
That's what.
It's not even 3 weeks of new stuff. It's 3 weeks of the old stuff you don't want to do. And it's like, well, fuck it.
So the milestones was a good idea, but the problem with it is the fact you've got to be able to level, you've got to go and do everything inside the map. And it's like, well, I don't want to do everything. I want to play PvP and play Gambit. So then you become penalised because you're not running around doing patrols and strikes and the other shit they want to point you towards. The power level is an equivalent of a gear score inside of a lot of these games.
They need to work out a better system for it.
So
it's terrible.
Yeah. And like with most gear score driven games, there's activities that drop higher gear score weapons. But you generally are always accumulating gear scores as you play. So every time something drops, it has potential to actually lift your gear score up if you equip it. That doesn't exist. Basically, unless you're doing one of the milestone events or you fluke a prime engram or whatever to drop, you get nothing. So if you can go play for 3 or 4 hours, if you're not doing the milestone activities, you're not going to get anything to boost you. So yeah, it's kind of my friction point with it. I still play on and off. I haven't touched it as part of Exiles. Just been obsessed.
No.
Yeah, and it's sort of highlighted, going back in and playing a fairly well-structured, probably more hardcore type RPG game. It really exposes the flimsy RPG mechanics that live inside Destiny.
The very basic RPG type game I'm playing on my mobile exposes that.
Yeah, so
which to me speaks volumes. You know what I mean?
Destiny 3 on mobile.
Would it surprise you?
No, not at all.
No.
Tencent's involved with Bungie now, so
Yeah.
we could be heading down that path.
Well, they also distribute Path of Exile, so that might be a little good thing. No, so yeah, as I said,
Do we
and
want
plus,
to talk about the Elder Scrolls mobile game? Do we want to bring that up?
Well,
Because
Ad's just posted something in chat as well about we've been playing Destiny for 5 years. Is it the fact that we're just kind of sick of playing it as well?
yeah, I think that's another point of mine.
You know, it's,
they need to.
If they can
They
give
need to
you a
change
better
it up.
way, if they can give you a better way to like you're saying, you know, a better way to like more RPG style, a better way to go about sort of building your character. Give yourself more connection to your character.
I want more customization.
Yeah, more customization, and just a better way of going about it. A really fucking good story straight off the bat. I think.
Story.
Yeah.
A story
If they
straight off the
launched
bat.
with the Forsaken style story, that would be a good. So like that's not that longer, but
Yeah.
that style would be good. But honestly, it's gonna have to be something really new and really different for them to drag me back. I mean, it still needs to feel and be like Destiny, but at the moment we're still treading this. Like we've been treading the same ground for 5 years, and that's why we're burning out on it. Because I mean, sure, we've gone to a few new places, but we're always in those places for so long all the time. And then you get to a new DLC and you're still in those same places. You know, it's like it's like, oh, we'll go back here, which is fun. It's fun for a nostalgic throwback, but almost every DLC you're going back to an area to do the same shit for the new stuff. And so they really need to mix it up for me to like really kind of get me back in, because right now it's just like, oh look, a different version of Gambit, which was okay, but it was still Gambit. It was shorter, really. The gear sets was really cool. I like the way they did that.
Yeah. I'm hoping they bring more of that into the game.
Oh yeah, I hope they lean into that more. But
so you've got your raid set, and you've got your Gambit set, and then you got your PvP set, and then they all bring something to the table for that game mode.
balanced in that game mode, yeah.
Yes.
And then you can have like just a general patrol set as well, like those planetary sets you can get. Why not give them a, if you wear like a set bonus perk? So if you wear the whole thing, you get an extra perk. It might be like something simple like dong slider, or heavy ammo bricks. Extra heavy ammo, or extra headshot extra crit shot damage, something like that, just to kind of that leans into the activity and gives you a way to play. Or maybe you have one or two perks you can select from that set, so you can change the way your style plays. So you're not always having to be forced into the same play style. So like if you're doing the raid, it's like, well, you get extra DPS and that's it. But if you had like a choice of like extra DPS or something, I don't know, something else, or extra orbital light generation, like they did with the Masterwork stuff.
Yeah.
Like just having like a couple of different perks to select from for wearing a full armor set and sacrificing exotics, I think would be really, really cool.
Yeah. Transmog. It's got to have transmog.
Yes, transmog, please.
I've been literally wearing the same set of armor for 2.5 years because I'm too scared to try and get close with another set. I found something I like, and I just
confuse anything because you got to grind out masterwork cores to make yourself look good, which is ridiculous.
So yeah, they've got economy issues as well, which is another sandbox choice. As I said, at the end of the day, it's kind of they've tried to keep player engagement by falsely extending material. So random rolls do that.
Yeah.
This material grind that we're going to do to level any of our gear does that. But don't, I'm not going to go to patrol and get
meaningful expansions.
I want to get shit to get better by just playing the game, not having to go do certain things. As I said, like do the brainless stuff. People want to go play patrol, that's their thing. I can't do it. Same as strikes. I struggle to play strikes. It's just, and you've got to do them. They force you into them. So get away from that. Work on a constant time and reward model. So the guys that want to play 50 hours a week, well, they're going to get a constant grind. They're going to get a constant power creep. But the guys that play 10 hours a week or 5 hours a week still get that same feedback. They still have
take a break to play other games and come back and go, oh well, looks like I'm grinding this for 3 months. Give them. It's a tricky one to balance, but there's got to be There's got to be a way where they can get it fairly close, surely.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not it.
People have been playing Diablo 3, right? It's the same game. They've had one DLC package. They've been playing this game since 2012. And it still has a large following. You know, it is literally, like we said, it's the same shit, same tile sets, same thing. How have they engaged people to keep playing the same shit over and over again? So that's kind of the things they look at. How do we get people to keep playing it without turning people away? All right.
We successfully derailed that. We're down.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, derailed as fuck. It's great.
it's good. Derailing is good. All right, so how long have we been going? Let's go on the discussion point. I'm not going to read all this shit out, but basically, net neutrality was scrapped back in 2017. This legislation kind of made it so people couldn't play favoritism with internet services as such. So you couldn't sell a premium product that had a faster streaming rate or access to stuff through the internet like that. So that's been thrown in the bin, and we've been waiting for it, and someone has finally taken advantage of it. There's a ISP in America called Cox, and they're introducing a new package for subscribers called the Cox Elite Gamer package. It offers 34%
Say
less
that out
lag.
of context.
Yeah, you gotta be real careful how you say that, hey?
Yes, yeah, I know.
They didn't think this
Practice
through.
No, they really didn't.
The
the
elite Cox.
package. The dong slide.
The elite Cox package.
50% more dong slide. So yeah, they're saying shit like 35% less lag, 55% fewer ping spikes, and 45% less jitter for its subscribers. And it's only on a few select titles of games, Fortnite and a few of those other sweaty arts games. So the service, it's only available for these subscribers in the state of Arizona. They're doing a trial for the next 3 months, and they're basically so what they're basically saying is that you pay us more money, it's another $15 on top of their standard internet package, and they let you use some of their software that allows better server access and everything to these games. Kind of raises the question, why doesn't it just happen for everyone? If it's a software package that's running it, why do we have to pay? Or why do these people have to pay? I wouldn't pay for that shit. So the spokesperson's come out and he said their Elite Gamer package solves a problem with deficiencies in public network, public internet, not their internal networks. So what they're saying is, to their gateways, everything's hunky-dory. When it goes out in the wild as shit. And no customer experience is degraded as a result of any customers purchasing this package as an add-on to their internet service. But
See,
like I said,
this kind of thing, I want to see proof of this actually working and showing a benefit, because all this sounds like is the Nigerian print scam.
Yeah, I want to see.
We'll make your internet faster on the faster on the
I want to see
server side.
benchmarks on this. I want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see data on this, because I mean, them just saying like, shit, guys, we're gonna start a left thumb package. It's gonna give you faster data connection.
It's
to
actually
the
going to
server.
give you the best podcast in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna improve your KD. It's gonna make everyone else's connection worse, and you can have it for just $69.95 a month.
No, so that's exactly it. You know, is it?
I'll set up the link to pay right about now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also you can if you get it now, we'll give you a 15% discount.
Send them my PayPal account link.
Just use the code word thumbs.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trustworthy. So yes, to some degree, the software packages, we know that the internet isn't an optimal path, and that your connection can take a long time to get places. Your browser and other networking,
Especially if you're Australian.
Well, yeah, that's just standard. That's just trying to fit through the wire.
We just get lag bonuses, so we lag all over the place, so we're actually unkillable.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, the internet's not an optimized place. Routing you don't always have the fastest route to get to your packet destination, etc., etc. There are software packages out there. You can actually buy routers that supposedly have improve your connections and all this sort of stuff. So in the background, yes, this stuff probably is for real, but why is it just working as part of a standard internet package? Why is it an add-on? And how long before other ISPs click up on this and say, okay, well, if you want 4K streaming, optimize 4K streaming without any buffering, add $10 to a month to your standard internet package. How long before this shit starts? Because there's nothing except FX stopping people.
I give it 2 years before it starts to get really rampant, and we start seeing a lot of companies just like absolutely taking every opportunity they can to improve your service, but not really doing anything.
It sort of reeks of
paying
for software upgrades.
Even cutting people off in their service that aren't paying for that package. To force them to pay for that package, because that's how I see that going down. It's like, all right, we're just gonna cut back our services until it's like very bare minimum, like you're barely getting connection. So is your connection bad? Would you like to improve that?
50% less lag spikes. So
exactly.
It's just ethics, I think, holding people back, and this one, will this open the floodgates? As I said, this shit should be standard. I'm paying for a connection. Most people, especially gamers, are going to be paying a better connection for anyway. They're going to be paying a fairly high bandwidth, high speed type connection anyway. It's just the nature of what we do as a hobby. We consume a lot of data. So these guys are already probably got pretty good internet packages. Why are they having to pay for this extra feature on it? Hell yeah. As I said, I dream up all those optimal connections, the packages that you're going to see in the future. They're going to pop up.
I feel like Dan's going to be the target audience for optimal connections. So
I will put some money in towards an optimal connection for you, Dan, so that you stop dropping out. For fuck's sake.
And an actual connection would be good here.
Yeah.
Actual connection.
That way we can funny you say that. I was just up today and said, we can provide you with 20% less dropouts during your podcast. Pay an extra $5 a month. And it's like, guys, $5 is too much. We just put up dropouts.
That's the elite Cox. 100%. That's the elite Cox package.
The elite Cox.
As I said, it's what net neutrality was already set up for. So when it was devised, it was there so people could not do these sort of things. Obviously, other people thought better, and at the end of the day, that's where the kind of shit's going to happen. You're going to end up with a capitalist market where you're going to pay to have any kind of access to game servers. So,
Ads for in chat. PC gamers have better packages. Sounds about right. That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you.
That's what they tell you.
After they've finished telling you what they did to your mum.
It's not all about your FPS and view slider. It's all about the dong slider.
The dong slider, and the RGBs
is the underdog of Master Race.
Yeah, at 30 FPS. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that 30 flops per second or?
Oh, Jesus.
Dear me.
Well, we've gone downhill.
Yeah, it's in the gutter.
Well, if we stay downhill, we don't have to go anywhere. So
well, that's true.
It's hard to fall further, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're in the gutter. We might as well wrap it up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, may as well. I think that's about it for the night.
Yep. All right. So you'll find me at DawnoftheDan at Twitch TV, Twitter, and Instagram.
You can find me, Deft_Puppies, here on Mixer, Twitter, Instagram. That's it.
And I am StaticAus. You will find me on Twitter, Instagram, Mixer. No, not Mixer. Twitch. I'm reading him. YouTube every now and then. It is a hard habit to break. Actually, you got it the other week, didn't you? Yes. YouTube and Facebook. If you are looking for podcast info, you can find us on Twitter at left_pod. You can email us at 2leftthumbspod@gmail.com, especially when you find out what we've done. Let us know, and win yourself that $20 gift card.
Once you've wrapped up,
Yep.
I believe we have an email if you'd like to check it before we go.
Do we?
We have an email there. Could this be the winner?
I'll sign into shit. No.
Just send an email. So who's the first?
Oh no. You're gonna have to check that. I don't have access to that one right here at this very second.
Oh, the tension's killing me.
The tension. Are you checking? Or?
Me?
I don't have it. You've got it.
We have an email?
Password expired. We can't access
It's
it.
been 84 years.
You're making shit difficult now. Anyway.
Oh shit.
We're also on YouTube, but the link is way too long, as I said earlier, to read out. So you can find it in the show notes when you download the podcast. We upload to Anchor, and that puts us out in a whole bunch of different places. So don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, and that way we can gain a custom URL as soon as possible, and then we don't have to say things like I just said. So that's us. We're out.
I'm gonna keep saying that forever.
See you, bye.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.